Have you ever thought that simply walking more was the ultimate key to staying healthy after 70? What if I told you that while walking has its benefits, relying on it alone could actually leave your body weaker in ways you didn't expect? And what if there were other simple, overlooked movements that could make you feel stronger, more balanced, and more in control than walking ever could on its own? It may come as a surprise, but many doctors now suggest that walking should not be the only activity we rely on to maintain health and vitality in older age. In fact, when walking is your main form of exercise and you're doing little else, your body can gradually begin to lose strength and function in areas walking simply doesn't target. That's where the real challenge lies, not in walking itself, but in what it leaves behind. In this video, we're going to explore 5 essential movements and habits that experts say may be even more important than walking after 70. These are practical, achievable changes that don't require heavy equipment or complicated routines, but they strengthen the parts of your body that walking misses. Areas like core stability, balance, posture, and breathing capacity, all of which become increasingly vital with each passing year. Stick with me until the end, because these tips are not just about protecting your health, they're about helping you move with confidence, reduce your risk of injury, and feel more in control of your body than you have in years. The goal here isn't to stop walking altogether. The goal is to walk smarter and support your body in the ways it actually needs most. Number 1. Light strength-building movements. One of the most valuable things you can do for your body after 70, arguably even more important than walking, is practicing light strength training. As we grow older, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, and this isn't just about being able to lift heavy objects. It's about preserving the everyday strength you need for basic activities, like rising from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing a single step. Walking is excellent for your heart and leg endurance, but it doesn't fully protect you from muscle loss. That's where light resistance movements come in. They target the muscles that walking alone can't maintain, ensuring your body stays capable and resilient in daily life. Walking alone is not enough to keep your upper body and core strong. And when those muscles begin to weaken, the impact spreads everywhere. Your posture starts to suffer, your balance becomes less steady, and even the simplest daily movements feel harder than they once did. Doctors are now finding that seniors who include just a small amount of resistance training in their weekly routines, even a few minutes a day, show noticeable improvements in mobility, stability, and overall confidence. The best part is you don't need fancy equipment or an expensive gym membership to make this happen. Light dumbbells, resistance bands, soup cans, or even just your own body weight are more than enough. Small, consistent efforts can go a long way. For example, gentle bicep curls with light weights help keep your arms strong enough to carry groceries or household items. Seated leg lifts keep your thighs firm and stable, supporting you when you get up from a chair or climb stairs. Wall push-ups are surprisingly effective, while staying gentle on the joints. And one of the simplest, yet most powerful movements is standing up from a chair slowly, then sitting back down and repeating. This basic motion works your legs more than most people realize, and it directly supports independence. Consider Robert, age 75. For years, his daily morning walk was the only exercise he did. But over time, he noticed he was slowing down. His arms felt weaker, and simple tasks weren't as easy anymore. At his doctor's recommendation, Robert began doing simple resistance exercises 3 times a week, using only resistance bands. Within a few months, he was standing up from chairs with less effort, climbing stairs with greater confidence, and even enjoying deeper, more restful sleep. Walking remained part of his life, but it was no longer the only tool he relied on. Strength building helps more than just your muscles. It supports the joints, improves metabolism, and can even sharpen mental focus. And the beauty is that it doesn't take hours each week to see results. Just a few minutes a day, done consistently, can help you move through life with greater stability, freedom, and ease. So, if walking has been your only form of exercise, it may be time to add something more. Light strength training might just be the missing piece, the practice that keeps you independent, upright, and stronger for many years to come. Number 2. Simple daily balance exercises. After age 70, one of the most overlooked but absolutely critical areas to focus on is balance. Doctors are seeing a clear pattern. For many older adults, it's not illness or disease that leads to the greatest risks. For many older adults, it's not illness or disease that sends them to the hospital. It's a fall. And often, those falls happen because while walking may keep the legs active, it doesn't do much to train the body's ability to stay upright when the ground shifts or when balance is suddenly challenged. Balance, like strength, is a skill. And just like any other skill, it needs practice to stay sharp. The encouraging news is that it doesn't take hours of effort to see results. In fact, just a few minutes a day spent practicing simple balance exercises can dramatically lower your risk of falling and boost your confidence in nearly everything you do. You might think, well, I walk every day. Doesn't that mean my balance is fine? Not necessarily. Walking is repetitive. It builds endurance, but it doesn't train your body to adjust mid-movement, to correct itself when you stumble, or to stay centered when the surface beneath you isn't perfect. That's why doctors now recommend adding basic daily movements that specifically challenge your balance in small, controlled ways. Simple drills, like standing on one foot while holding the back of a chair, slowly shifting your weight from side to side, or practicing heel-to-toe walking in a straight line, are surprisingly powerful. These movements gently activate the stabilizing muscles in your hips, ankles, and core, the very muscles that protect you when your footing isn't ideal. Take Sheila, age 78. She faithfully walked a mile a day, but she began noticing she felt unsteady getting in and out of the shower. At her doctor's suggestion, she added a few easy balance drills right in her bedroom. Within weeks, she felt more stable while dressing, more confident climbing stairs, and far less nervous navigating crowded places where footing can be unpredictable. Balance training doesn't just strengthen the body, it sharpens the mind. It requires focus, coordination, and awareness, all of which naturally fade if we don't keep using them. Unlike walking, which relies on large muscle groups in a steady rhythm, balance work forces the nervous system to stay alert, agile, and engaged. You don't need to stop walking, but if walking is the only thing you rely on, you could be missing a key element of healthy aging. Just 5 minutes of balance training a day could mean fewer falls, fewer injuries, and far more independence. And for most people over 70, independence is one of the most precious things they hope to keep. Independence is one of the most valuable things we have. If you're still here watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating content designed to inform and inspire. Number 3. Breathing and posture. Awareness. For many older adults, breathing is something we barely think about until we suddenly notice that we've been doing it too shallowly for far too long. And when shallow breathing combines with poor posture, something surprising happens. You begin to feel more tired, more sluggish, and more uncomfortable throughout the day without realizing why. Walking, while excellent for the heart and legs, can sometimes reinforce poor posture, especially if you're looking down at the ground or slouching as you move. Over time, this habit can drain your energy and even place extra strain on your body. That's why more and more doctors now urge seniors to focus deliberately on posture and breathing, not as an afterthought, but as a daily routine that supports overall health. When you sit upright and breathe deeply, you're doing far more than filling your lungs with air. You're expanding your lung capacity, aligning your spine, and allowing your organs to function more efficiently. Deep breathing reduces strain on the back, neck, and shoulders, while also giving you a noticeable boost of energy. Think of it like this. When your body is folded in on itself, everything inside, your lungs, your stomach, your joints, becomes compressed. Over time, this limits movement, restricts circulation, and even interferes with digestion. But here's the good news. Just a few minutes of conscious breathing and gentle posture work each day can begin to reverse those effects. Try this simple exercise. Sit tall in a chair with both feet flat on the floor. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. If you'd like, close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, gently lifting your chest as you breathe in. Hold for a brief moment, then exhale softly through your mouth for a count of 6, letting your shoulders drop. Repeat this cycle 5 times. It's simple, but incredibly effective. It resets your nervous system, calms your heart, and recenters your body. Consider James, age 80. He had spent decades hunched over a desk during his working years. After retirement, he noticed his posture had left him with constant stiffness and shallow breathing that made him feel drained. James quickly realized that years of sitting hunched over had left him breathing in short bursts. He often felt lightheaded when standing up too quickly, and his energy seemed to drain faster than it should. His physical therapist gave him one simple daily assignment: combine posture alignment with deep breathing. At first, it felt almost too easy, but within a few weeks, the changes were undeniable. Not only did his energy improve, but his mood lifted as well. "I feel like my chest has space again," he explained, "like I can finally take in more of life." That's the real lesson here. It's not about striving for perfect form. It's about awareness. Every time you notice yourself slouching and gently straighten up, you're giving your spine and lungs a second chance to function properly. Every deep, intentional breath you take is a reminder that you're still in control of how your body feels and performs. While walking may get your legs moving, it doesn't address the entire system. Posture and breath connect everything, helping your muscles, your organs, and even your emotions work in harmony. And at this stage of life, that kind of alignment, both physical and emotional, is worth practicing every single day. Number 4. Short, functional daily movements. Walking is an excellent foundation, but it doesn't cover everything your body needs. If you're not practicing the kinds of movements you actually use in daily life, like getting up from a chair, reaching overhead, or turning to look behind you, your body can slowly begin to forget how to do them smoothly. That's when everyday activities start feeling harder than they should. Doctors now emphasize the importance of functional movements, short, practical actions that mirror what you do throughout the day and help ensure you can keep doing them well. Think about it. How many times a day do you sit down and stand up? How often do you reach for something on a high shelf or twist your body to grab a coat from the back seat? These aren't dramatic actions, but if you stop practicing them, they stop feeling natural. And when that happens, injuries become more likely, not from major accidents, but from the little moments your body is no longer prepared for. Walking strengthens your legs, yes, but it only moves your body in one straight line. Life, however, is not a straight line. Life requires bending, twisting, reaching, and lifting. The more you intentionally practice these types of movements, the more capable and confident you'll feel, especially in situations where no one is around to help. That's why doctors are now recommending what they call movement snacks, short 5-minute routines scattered throughout the day that focus on these exact skills. Try standing up and sitting. Try this. Sit down in a firm chair and stand back up 10 times without using your hands. It may sound simple, but it challenges your legs and core in ways walking alone cannot. Another easy practice is reaching both arms straight overhead and holding for a slow count of 5, which keeps your shoulders flexible and strong. You can even sit in a chair and gently twist from side to side, waking up the spine and keeping your torso mobile. These small movements may look easy, but they carry big benefits when done regularly. Take Lorraine, age 73. She walked her dog faithfully every single day, yet she began noticing small struggles creeping into her routine. Getting up from her low couch felt harder, and reaching for items on the top shelf in her kitchen became frustrating. Instead of cutting back her walks, her physical therapist added just 3 minutes of functional movement practice to her daily schedule. Within a few weeks, Lorraine was moving through her home with greater ease and confidence, And that small adjustment made all the difference. Functional movement is about so much more than exercise. It's about protecting your independence. It's not about looking athletic. It's about keeping daily life simple, fluid, and manageable. Being able to squat, twist, and lift safely means fewer moments of struggle, fewer calls for help, and far more pride in being able to handle your day on your own. These movements are the foundation of living life with freedom and dignity. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below so I know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Number 5. Gentle seated or floor-based exercises. By the time you reach your 70s or 80s, the risks of overstraining your joints, tiring your heart, or losing balance become much more real, even during something as ordinary as a walk. That's why many doctors now encourage incorporating seated or floor-based exercises into your daily routine. These low-impact movements are designed to build strength, improve circulation, and increase flexibility without placing unnecessary stress on the body. And here's the surprising part. Just because you're sitting or lying down doesn't mean you're not working. In fact, seated exercises can target certain muscle groups more directly, especially the arms, shoulders, and core. They also reduce the fear of falling, which allows you to focus fully on moving correctly and consistently. Over time, these small, controlled exercises can restore both confidence and capability in your everyday life. Think about this. Seated leg extensions are simple, yet they help strengthen your quadriceps, the muscles you rely on every time you stand up or take a step safely. Seated marches may look easy, but they get your blood flowing and gently activate the hip flexors that keep you steady when walking. If you're lying down, try gentle bridges by lifting your hips off the ground. These work the glutes and back, muscles that are vital for balance and posture. You can even do side leg lifts while lying comfortably on your bed, supporting hip stability without placing stress on your knees. Many people assume that exercise has to be fast, sweaty, or strenuous to really count. But as we age, the smarter and healthier choice is to focus on what's safe, sustainable, and tailored to what your body actually needs. Seated or floor-based routines can be done daily, sometimes even twice a day, and they help you maintain mobility, reduce stiffness, and keep your muscles active without overstraining them. These movements are gentle, but they provide lasting results. Consider Harold, age 82. After a minor fall, he became hesitant to continue his daily walks. Fear began to replace confidence, and he worried about moving the wrong way. Instead of stopping altogether, his physical therapist gave him a simple routine he could perform right from his recliner, just 10 minutes each morning. Within weeks, his leg strength began to return. Over time, his confidence grew, and he eventually resumed his walks, but this time with better balance and less fear. Exercises like these also provide something deeper than physical strength. They reconnect you with your body. When you move slowly and intentionally, you notice your breath, you feel your muscles working, and you cultivate a gentle awareness that brings both control and calm. For many older adults, that sense of mindful connection is just as valuable as the physical improvements. So while walking will always play an important role, it should never be the whole picture. Especially after 70, your body deserves a well-rounded approach, one that honors safety, builds lasting strength, and keeps you moving without wearing you down. Sometimes, sitting down to exercise is actually the wisest move you can make. Final thoughts. At this stage of life, doing more isn't always the answer. Doing what's right for your body is. And if all you've ever been told is, just walk more, then it's time to look a little deeper. Walking alone won't protect your balance, it won't strengthen your core, and it won't keep your posture upright or your joints flexible. Those things take intention. What it really takes at this stage of life is variety, and most of all, the kind of wisdom you only gain with age. Think about the 5 areas we focused on today: light strength training, balance work, posture and breathing, functional daily movements, and safe seated or floor routines. Each one addresses a part of your body that needs attention now, not years from now. The best part? None of these practices require hours of your day. Just a few consistent minutes can help you move with greater ease, feel more confident, and avoid the types of injuries that so often steal independence. You don't need to give up walking. It will always have its benefits. But if walking is the only thing you're doing, you may be leaving too much potential on the table. When you begin giving your body more of what it truly needs, you might be surprised at the changes. You'll feel stronger, steadier, and more capable, not just in your legs, but in your entire life. Energy improves, confidence grows, and daily routines begin to feel less like obstacles and more like freedom. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your experiences and feedback mean a lot, and reading your comments gives us both encouragement and motivation to keep creating content that matters. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue bringing you content that informs, inspires, and uplifts. I wish you good health, happiness, and peaceful days ahead. Take care of yourself, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.